stop struggling with substitution and elimination. There's a smarter way to solve systems of equations. In this lesson, you will learn Cramer's rule, how determinants work, and how to solve problems faster with clear and simple steps. So ensure you watch the video to the end to get the full gist. Let's get to the video. Okay guys, welcome back to my channel. This is the first time I'm across this channel. Here we make mathematics, statistics, and physics easy. So you're free to click on the subscribe button to join the learning community. Now, today's video, I'm talking on Cramer's rule to solve a system of equation. If you try using substitution method or elimination method to solve this particular polynomial equation, it will take you time and it will consume your energy. So it's better you use Cramer's rule. Now I'm going to show you the fastest and the easiest method to solve this particular video. So don't skip any parts and drop a comment to show you're following. So let's solve it together. Now, first step to do is to put this in a matrix form, right? So doing that, what do we have? We have x, y, and z. So that is, put this in a matrix form is 1, because that is 1x. There's a visible one there, 1 and 1. Next one, we have what? X minus y and plus 2z. Put this in a matrix form, we have what? 1 minus 1 and what? 2. We're taking the coefficient of these variables here. Next one is what? 3x plus 5y minus 7z, which is what? 3, 5, and what? Minus 7. Then you put your unknowns. So you find what? X, y, and z. You put our unknowns. X, y, and z equals to the right hand side. What's the number on the right hand side is what? 8, 6, and 14. So we just successfully put this our question in a matrix form. That is the first step in solving using Cramer's rule. Now, to get to x is what? Change in x all about change not your y, the same thing, and your z equals to. These are your formulas to get your x, y, and your z using Cramer's rule. But there's a problem. We don't have change in x, we don't have change in y, we don't have change in z, and we don't have change in naught. Now let's find them together. Your change in naught is simply determinant of your original matrix you derived earlier. This matrix. The determinant of this matrix is your change in naught. So change in naught equals to determinant of the original matrix, which is this. So let's bring out the matrix. 1, 1, 3, 1 minus 1, 5, 1, 2, minus 7. I put the video on how to find determinant of the matrix. I calmed down and I taught determinant of the matrix very well in that particular video. Video is displayed on the screen right now. So after this video, you want to also learn more and solve more examples, you can go back to that video and watch it. Let's continue. So we have this. Now let's find the determinant of the 3 by 3 matrix. This is plus, minus, plus, right? You bring that to your 1. You create a 2 by 2 matrix. You eliminate here and here. Eliminate the vertical and the horizontal components of this your 1. Here. You eliminate here and here. If you eliminate here and here, what is left? This, and this. So we have minus 1, 5, 2, and minus 7. Next one. This is what? Minus. I want to say plus, minus, plus. This is minus. What is this? This is 1. Open your bracket. Eliminate the same thing, vertical and horizontal components. We eliminate here and here. What do you have left? We have these guys. 1, 2, 3, 4. Which is 1, 3, 2, minus 7. And finally, we have plus 1. Eliminate here and here. What do we have left? We have 1, 3, minus 1, and 5. 1, 3, minus 1, and 5. We need to find the determinants of this one, this individual 2 by 2 matrices. And to find to do that, you cross multiply and you subtract, meaning this times this minus this times this. So let's do it. We have 1 open bracket minus 1 times minus 7 minus 2 times 5. We're done with this one. Next one, minus our 1 here, bracket 1 times minus 7 minus 2 times 3, and finally plus 1, open bracket 1 times 5 minus 1 times 3, right? If you simplify it further, we have 1 bracket minus 1 times 7 is 7 minus 2 times 5 is 10. Okay, we have minus 1 bracket 1 times minus 7 minus 7 minus 6, and finally plus 1, open bracket 1 times 5 is 5, and make it here plus 1, open bracket 1 times 5 is 5, then minus 1 times 3 is minus 3, but there's a minus sign there already. I'll show you guys. 1 times 5 is 5, then there's a minus sign here already, so minus 1 times 3 is minus 3, so 5 minus minus 3 is 5 plus 3, which is what? 8. So we have here as 8. Just follow me gradually. So we have 1 bracket 7 minus 10 minus 3 minus 1 bracket minus 13 plus 1 bracket 8. If you simplify this, you have 18. Now we have found our delta naught. Our delta naught equals to what? 18. So we have done the first thing. And now, what do we have left to find? Changing x, changing y, and changing z. Now, to get to changing x, which is this guy, so we can easily get our x, y, and z. To get to changing x, you eliminate, since it's x, this is x column, don't forget. This column here belongs to x. This x column, this y column, and this z column. So to get to x, eliminate the x column and you replace it with this, our right hand side there. So meaning our matrix now will change to this. Just watch. So now changing x now, that equals to, if you eliminate your x, you will now have 8, 6, 14, because we eliminated this column here and replace it with this one. So 8, 6, 14, the rest remain the same. 1 minus 1, 5, 1, 2 minus 7. So this is your matrix you use to find your changing x. Now I've got our matrix. Now let's find the determinants again. We have found the determinants before, so I will just rush this one because we have found it before. So the video will not be too long. It's already getting long already, so I'll just give you the answers directly. So now if you solve this using the determinants method of a 3 by 3 matrix, you get 90. So we have gotten our changing naught, we've gotten our changing x. Now let's go and get our what? Next one, which is our changing y. And our changing y, what does this mean? Meaning we eliminate y component and replace it with our right hand side. That's the way we did for x. These are y components. You have to eliminate this guy here and replace it with our right hand side. That's what cramer'srule is about. Very, very easy. You eliminate this component here, your y component, because this is your x, this is your y, this is your z. So if you eliminate your y component, replace it with your right hand side here. So your matrix will be like this. This is 1, 1, 3. Eliminate your y. What do we have? 8, 6, 14. And finally our z, 1, 2 minus 7. Because of time, I don't want the video to be too long. That is why I'm skipping the determinants. But the same way I solved it earlier for changing notes, the same way you solve the rest. So ensure after this video you try it and check if you get the same answer that I got. So if you solve this 3 by 3 matrix, if you find the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix, your answer will be 30. And now our change in z, how will the matrix be like? Now the same thing for x and y, you eliminate the components of z and replace it with your right hand side. So if you eliminate the z component, which is this guy here, if you eliminate it and replace it with your right hand side, what do we have? You have 1, 1, 3, 1 minus 1, 5. Eliminate z component, you replace it with your right hand side, which is 8, 6, and 14. The same thing, you find the determinant of this 3 by 3 matrix, is to give you 24. The reason why I did not do determinants of each of them because of time. I don't want the video to be too long, as I said earlier. So that video, the video displayed on the screen right now, ensure you watch it to get more knowledge of doing determinants. And I've already solved this earlier for this one. It's the same method. Where I solve this one, you can try it and solve this 1, 2, and 3. The most important thing is that you have the idea of what we're doing. So now I've gotten all we need. Now let's find our x, y, and z easily. So x now equals to changing x over changing naught, right? Which is our changing x, we got it to be what? 90. All of our changing naught was what? 18. 90 over 18 is equals to what? 5. We've gotten our x. Our y now. Our y is what? Change in y all about change in naught, right? And change in y is what? 30 all over our change in naught, our delta naught is what? 18. And 30 over 18 is equals to 5 over 3. And finally our z equals to delta z all over delta naught. Delta z is what? 24 all over delta naught is what? 18. 24 over 18 will give you 4 over 3. So this is how you tackle all Cramer's rule problem. First, you put it in a matrix form. After that, you derive your formula. Don't forget, your formula is what? X is changing x over delta naught. Then you get to changing x. Then you get to delta naught, changing x, changing y, and changing z. The delta naught is the matrix of the one you derived earlier, the original matrix, which is this guy here. This is the delta naught. As you can see, and you find the determinants the way we did earlier. After go to the determinant of that one, for delta x, you eliminate the component of x and you place it to the right hand side, and you find the determinant. For y, the same thing, you eliminate for component of y, you place it to the right hand side and you find the determinant. And for z, you eliminate the component of z, you place it to the right hand side, then you find the determinant. Then you put it in your formula and get your final answer. So this video was helpful for you and you understand, I know you understand the principle behind Cramer's rule. I'm sure you like the video. And also subscribe to the channel to be notified when I drop more epic videos. Thanks for watching this video and see you on my next video. Bye.